Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kirsten from wordsandwhimsyshop.com, and this is part 2 of how to design your shirts in Canva. So last week I showed you how to use the free platform of Canva to create really awesome t-shirt artwork. I also walked you through how to size your artwork and how to submit it to Heat Transfer Warehouse to get a Supacolor transfer for your shirts. Today I'm going to show you exactly how our transfers turned out and how to press them. So let's jump in. All right guys, our Supacolor transfers have arrived. So this is what they look like when they come in. You're gonna get a Ziploc bag with all of your transfers in them, and there's gonna be instructions printed right on the front. So we're gonna talk through exactly what you need to do when you get these. So the first thing that I recommend you do is you take them out and just give it a good once over. Make sure that they look exactly like what you wanted, they're sized the way you wanted, that your order that you received matches the order that you submitted to Heat Transfer Warehouse. And the second thing that I recommend you do is count them. So you'll notice on here that it has the information for my order and it has my quantity of 20, okay? That's what I ordered, but just a fun little note. Anytime you order Supacolor transfers, you're gonna get a few extra, and we're gonna talk about why in just a minute. So we're gonna count these. There's the 20 I ordered. So I have 3 extra. I actually had 4 extra. I've already heat pressed one of them, but I have extra transfers. The reason that they send you extra is because Supacolor actually wants you to test these on a test garment before you start pressing them for customers. So they always send you a few extra, so if you mess up, if your heat press isn't set up properly, if you're not really familiar with Supacolor, you have a few to play with and it won't cost you any extra money. So we've paid for 20, we got 23, we're gonna have 3 to play with. The benefit of this too is if you only need to use 1 as a test garment, you have a couple extra to sell, so that's more money in your pocket. So let's talk about how to play with these. So I'm heating up my heat press now, and I'm gonna walk you through how to do a test press and everything. But I just wanna talk a little bit about these Supacolor transfers for just a second. So you can see on the front, the sun's kind of hitting this funny, but you can see on the front is the design exactly like we submitted it. So if you watched the last video where I showed you how to make this in Canva, this is what it looked like. It looked just like this when we submitted it to Canva. So everything that's on here is what we sent them as our artwork, exactly like this. And you can see the nice little shadow effect that we did. That's a second layer, so it printed really nicely. On the back, it's all white. You can see that. So this is all adhesive. This is what's gonna make it stick to your garment, and it's heat activated. So we have these nice big sheets, and we're gonna press it on our garment in just a minute once the heat press warms up. So let's talk about the instructions that come with your Supacolor transfer. So on the label, you're gonna see the pressing instructions on there, and you definitely need to pay attention to those. So on this particular one, it says press temp 290 to 320, press time 10 to 15 seconds, and the pressure 40 psi firm. It says manual press, use high setting. So it also tells you washing instructions: domestic wash, line dry, tumble dry, do not dry clean, peel hot immediately or warm peel. So it's really important that you read these because the instructions might be a little bit different if you chose a different kind of garment. So I'm doing these on comfort colors, which are a cotton poly blend. If you're doing them on 100% cotton, or if you're doing them on like a really thin polyester shirt or something like that, you might have a little bit different instructions. So you definitely want to pay attention to those before you do your press. That's why it's really important when you're ordering from Heat Transfer Warehouse to get your Supacolor transfers that you're as specific and detailed as possible when you're doing this, because they make these specifically for the shirts and the colors that you're going to be printing them on. Also, when you get your new transfers, every time you get a new transfer from Heat Transfer Warehouse, I highly recommend that you test it. Now I'm going to show you my test garment because it looks a little crazy. this is my original test garment. I have stuff on the back, and I've even gotten to where I'm using the inside. So I've flipped it inside out, and I've done a test garment of this already, and I'll show you exactly how it turned out. So here's my transfer, and here's how it looks. Pretty good, right? There you go. So this is on the inside of this shirt. I have other designs on here too that I've tested. So definitely have a test garment. Every time you get a new transfer, you're going to want to test it on a garment. Now, since I have already done a test press of that particular transfer design, I'm actually going to go ahead and make a shirt for myself with that design. So I'm using an ivory Comfort Colors t-shirt, and I'm going to press our Good Grace design on the front of the t-shirt. So let me show you how to do that. So now that my heat press is heated up, I have it heated up to 320 degrees, and we're going to press it for 12 seconds. I'm using a Wallapress Pro 16 by 20. So if you have a different kind of heat press, your settings might be slightly different. But what I have done is put my shirt on the base platen here, and I have it to where the collar is off of the edge of the platen. You don't want to have anything on the platen that could cause this to have uneven pressure when you press it. So if you have any kind of folds or anything like that, you want to make sure you get all of that out and you get it flat. So the first thing that we're going to do is do a pre-press to get the wrinkles out of the shirt. And we do that for about 4 seconds. And then we can take our Supacolor Wearable Transfer and we place this on our shirt where we want it to go. Now, if you are brand new to this, you might want to measure. This one's pretty easy to eyeball. I can find the center based on the tag and make sure that it lines up properly. Now, again, if you have not done a test press, do a test press first. I've already done a test press, so this one's going to be for me. So the second press, after you do the pre-press and get the wrinkles and moisture out of your garment, the second press is going to be to actually apply the Supacolor Transfer design to your shirt. And once you press it, I'm going to press it for 12 seconds, and it is a hot peel. So as soon as I lift this up and pull the drawer out, I'm going to pull this off, and we'll have the design on our shirt. There we go. And finally, we're going to do a third press, and we're going to put a Teflon sheet over this. This Teflon sheet actually came with my old heat press, but you can order these on Heat Transfer Warehouse as well. So we're just going to cover our design completely with the Teflon sheet, slide this back in, and I'm going to do another press for 3 or 4 seconds, and this just sets the design into the shirt and make sure that none of the edges are going to peel up or the letters are going to peel up or anything like that. So there we go. There's our finished design on an ivory Comfort Color shirt. It looks amazing. It turned out really, really good. So here's our design, and here's our finished shirt that we can actually put in the shop. And it's ready to wear. It's ready to go. So if you have any questions at all about Supacolor transfers or how to create designs in Canva or anything like that, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I have linked to Heat Transfer Warehouse so you can go and order Supacolor transfers yourself. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel for more tutorials and information and behind the scenes on Words and Whimsy. And you can go buy that shirt at wordsandwhimsyshop.com. So thanks so much, guys. I'll see you next time.